On February 14, 2005, 3 PayPal ex-employees activated the domain name YouTube.com. At that point, it was a conceptual video sharing website created by Chad Hurley, Stephen Chen, and Jawed Karim. What was before YouTube was basic file sharing, Napster, LimeWire, and Kazaa. Users would upload files onto what was basically a giant bulletin board. Software like Napster came under fire when people used it to share music and movies instead of original content. Copyright laws began to change, and these file sharing websites went under. YouTube's idea to create a different type of video sharing platform exploded, and in just a few months, it was regarded as the fastest growing website by the summer of 2006. The website was later bought by Google for $1.65 billion in stocks.
And we just want to say thank you. Today we have some exciting news for you. We've been acquired by Google.
Now, YouTube has become the biggest video sharing website in the world, and there has never been a better means to annoy your friends.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Dishes have soul.
Brilliant. I've never been on live television before.
With the speed only the internet can muster, in 2 years, YouTube became the most used video sharing database in existence and an essential tool for every procrastinator in the world.
Rewind YouTube style.
If you're not here for dancing cats, or this,
with cream pouring like waterfalls,
then what are you here for? Behind every video you've seen of a kid pretending to be a Jedi, there's a person whose life has been changed by this new visual medium. With seemingly unlimited space and creative license, viewers and YouTubers have shaped niche videos that bring new meaning into their lives for everyone to see. This constant exposure has created the largest talent show on Earth. The new digital soapbox allows for people to voice their opinions wherever they are. So we took to the internet, social media, to find some everyday people's opinions on what they use YouTube for. And we got some answers that are as eclectic as YouTube itself.
So, the first question, what is the topic of my YouTube channel?
The topic of my YouTube channel is hard to categorize.
My YouTube channel, like a good friend said, it's more like a personality channel.
My first video was my 1 second everyday project, which you can watch over here. This project has kind of taught me to have an interesting day every day.
It is an extension of me, and also because the videos are in vlog format where I'm talking to the camera, like right now.
Some of the people we reached out to have their own YouTube channels. Along with the personalities who responded to us online, we also found 3 local YouTubers in different stages of their YouTube success.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? I'm Green Skull, and this is a documentary. So I'm Dan Hamill. I go by Green Skull on the internet, and I run the channel Ready Up Live. So I do video game content, video game news, gameplays, playthrough stuff, where it's kind of comedy-based sometimes. That's when I do.
Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Natasha Dubois. My channel is basically anything to do with makeup. If there's anything that I can do, I'm gonna try. I made it like the typical 16-year-old that just randomly put videos up. So the very first video that I ever have up is me waxing my friend's chest. I worked in beauty for a while. I ended up really liking it, so a lot of people told me that I should start doing it on YouTube, so I did. And then now I went from beauty into special effects, so that's where I'm at right now.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to another episode of The Restaurant. Today on the show, we're making pig belly, whatchamacallits?
Sliders?
Yeah.
The idea of hosting a cooking channel by a dude who couldn't cook for people who can't cook. Someone told us it was a stupid idea, so naturally we thought we'd run with it.
Hey, my name's Chris Revest. I'm not a chef, but probably neither are you. Welcome to The Restaurant.
The goal was kind of to piss people off, kind of just to, especially because chefs are so snooty, I find. Like the chefs. Line cooks, they're the ones who get a kick out of our show.
You said bacon, right?
Bacon.
Yeah.
Did we say bacon?
When you're doing a YouTube show, you got to stick to your interests, and you have to make it niche enough that people are going to bite.
The one kind of content I make that is the really popular stuff on my channel is more newsy. And so what I'll do is I'll take footage from either usually a game that's not released yet. So before Halo 4 was out, I did Halo 4. Before Halo 5's out, I'm doing Halo 5. And I just, analyze the footage. I'll point out things people might not have noticed. If I've had the chance to play it and maybe other people haven't, I'll talk about my opinions of it and like what I think should be changed, what I think, what I do like about it, and prepare people for the game to come out.
When I was younger, I wanted to go into special effects makeup artist for film and theater, but I was like, there's a robot that's gonna take my place in like 10 years, so I'm still gonna be in debt with no job. So then after working at Clinique and I left, I was like, I still want to do it. Like, I don't want to change to something else. Like, there was a whole bunch of people that are like, why aren't you doing tutorials? Why aren't you doing them? And so I was like, okay, I will do them. It's not really like, it's just a select few that are on YouTube. Anybody can get on there. It just depends on if you have something interesting enough for people to want to see. Like, if you're not good at makeup, it doesn't mean you're not good at nails. If you're not good at any of those, it doesn't mean you're not good at movie reviews, video games, arts and crafts, clothes. YouTube is literally anything.
Predominantly, what I watch is a lot of vlogs. I find that vlogs are this very special art form, and when you get someone who can do it very, very well, it is just a great way to distill information to an audience and really feel it's just a very different type of entertainment.
Generally, if I'm looking something up, it's something a little bit more nostalgic and personal to me, because I think we all have those moments and it's always a lot of fun.
Just like an extension of my world, and to those who are interested or have a similar world, then you can just share that world with other people who want to see that. Then you can share that with people, and then that's what I put in my YouTube channel.
These specific niches have created digital communities and sometimes cliques that can mutually benefit each other. YouTube has divided itself into what some tubers call little YouTube and big YouTube. The biggest difference is the subscribers and viewership, but it can also determine the content and how some YouTubers run their channel.
That looks awesome. Like, this is like one of the coolest theme-looking things I've ever seen for the game. Like, it looks, I mean, for the Xbox, it looks really awesome. So, yeah, whenever I like tweet a picture of this, whatever. I'm honestly definitely have in the past year less since the summer onwards have breached into that big YouTube category, and it's a very clicky thing. So I have 100,000 subscribers kind of thing, 130,000, and if you hang out with like 10,000 subscriber guys, it's cool. I'll help them out, I'll give them tips and stuff, but it's this weird like, I don't want to give them, I want to help them out and stuff, but they can't really be mutually beneficial. Where if I could do, if I can hang out with that same person who has, a million subscribers or 100,000 or something, that we both really help each other because we have all those numbers, right? So I'll always definitely help smaller guys and stuff, but it's really, really interesting thing. And then, yeah, so an Xbox One developer. This is when I got to showcase Master Chief Collection Halo. Since summer, I've actually been hanging out with a lot of, and just by chance because of the events I get invited to, right? I've hit the point where I am included in the group of YouTubers that will get invited to gaming events, right? To these special, like, there's 16 people. Yeah, I'm one of them, right? I'm one of the guys that gets invited. So some of these guys here are some of the biggest YouTubers and gaming YouTubers in the world, really, are at these things. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I've watched all you guys like forever. It's weird to like be in the same place and invited to the same thing as these guys, right?
While big YouTube names may be more recognized, little YouTube makes up the majority of content found on the site. Smaller YouTube channels are more community-based and allow for more personal content, such as vlogs and personality channels.
I will just go look for the people that have the same interest as I do, and then I will watch their video, see if I like it, see if I actually like them. If I don't like their channel, then I'm not going to lie to them and say I really like it, let's be friends. So I go to the ones that I like and that I think are really good, and then I'll comment on whatever it is I liked about the video, and then I'm like, keep in touch with me. If you'd like to go check out my channel and subscribe, that would be awesome. If not, I'll still subscribe to you. And sometimes people will be like, yeah, sure, I'll go check your channel out, and they subscribe, and some are just like, no, your channel's not for me, and it's like, okay, whatever, I still like your channel, so I'll still be a subby, so. The very first collaboration I did was with a girl named Nikki Crow, and me and her actually added each other on Facebook, and we've kept in touch, and we talk to each other almost every day, actually, since the video.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to the
There have been some lines drawn onto what was supposed to be an open community. However, there are some YouTubers who could care less.
Well, obviously there's like the quintessential cooking shows out there. There's your Vice Munchies, and there's everybody's like, oh, you host a cooking show, is it anything like Epic Mealtime? You obviously get that kind of stuff, but not really for what we do, we've never really given it any mind that there's other cooking shows out there, because we do what we do and we do it poorly.
YouTube has launched a digital age of celebrities, oftentimes more recognized than those who have made it in the mainstream media. Some have stayed and some have gone. Gotta make my mind up, not always for the worst, but how is success measured by some YouTubers?
Yeah, it's really exciting for us because we just recently, someone put us on Reddit, and we got launched to the front page, and we got like 1 million views in like a day. And the Collective Digital Studio, which is like a network out of Beverly Hills, got in touch with us. So they reached out to us and they were like, hey, do you guys want to sign on with us and you know, make some revenue off this, and we'll get you some advertisers and all that kind of stuff. And we were like, yeah. So we signed a 2-year contract, but yeah, we make some decent coin off it. It's, you know, I think we've made overall like $300 because we weren't monetizing for the first 3 years that we were doing it. We mostly just spend the money on beer and like, yeah, like we don't really, it's not that much of a drop in the bucket. Like we've just started seeing revenue in the past like 3 videos that we've uploaded. If we had monetized when we got our 1 million hits, a much different story. But we hadn't even monetized that video, partially because we just wanted to do it. Just wanted to make the videos. We didn't YouTube money, like that's a thing. Like apparently it is, and it's all right, but it's not like a second job or anything like that.
Yes, this is probably my prized possession here, and at 100,000 subscribers, YouTube sends this out. So it's called the silver play button, and 2012 was when I just became a YouTube partner. And that's when I just started making money. And it wasn't really anything back then, but you know, to get a couple $100 or something was pretty awesome, right? Like it suddenly became legitimate overnight. People went from disregarding my hobby as anything to suddenly it's the coolest thing ever. Right? So I'm with a network called Polaris, and they're actually owned by Disney now. So I like to kind of, a lot of the guys in that group kind of joke about it, like, we work for Disney, no big deal, right? And so we get they take a cut to be essentially our like agents, our managers. They'll give us some promotion stuff. They'll help us if anything goes wrong, any kind of legal help, anything like that. And then YouTube also takes a cut, or Google. So Google takes a cut, our agent takes a cut, and then we get the rest of that. So for every 1,000 views, you'll get, say, $2. Right? So it starts to add up over time. If you get hundreds of thousands of views, it's an okay amount of money. As I rank up these tiers of like different groups of YouTubers and like more and more famous like personalities and stuff, hearing some of these like behind the scenes stories of like what they're really like, what kind of things they get up to, the parties they go to, like, I mean, some of these people are making literally thousands of dollars a day. And so hearing some of these guys' stories of what they get up to when they go to Vegas or like what, right? I'm just like, because if you have that kind of money, like they live like rock stars.
I'm trying not to think of it as a job, more of a hobby that I love, because if you think of it as a job, people are going to see it's going to be a job, and they're going to be like, you're forcing this, you're not doing it because you love it. So if I do it because I love it and not think of the money, then it's a lot better. I noticed I've become a lot happier. Like, I'm pushing myself to do a lot more things than I would have last year when I wasn't doing my channel. So now that I'm doing this, I'm getting up in the morning and doing something, and I'm thinking about tomorrow, I'm thinking about next week, I'm planning, I'm becoming better and happier than I was a year ago.
That's the great thing about YouTube. You can learn so many different things that isn't offered to you, for example, in school. And the thing is, you have the power to decide what you want to learn and what you want to watch. And I think that's a really great advantage of YouTube.
I think the strangest thing I've learned on YouTube is that you can make fire dance.
I've learned how to take scuffs out of shoes, I've learned some really cool skincare tricks.
You get like this tube, you drill a bunch of holes in it, and then you put a speaker on one end, and then on the other end you have like a thing that's pumping propane through it. Then you pump the propane through it, and then light the top on fire, and then play music through the speaker, and the flames will dance to the music.
YouTube has helped to make all information readily available and more accessible. This has changed the way a lot of people continue to learn and the tropes of traditional learning.
The strangest thing I ever learned was to cook, because I didn't really know how, and I started a channel, and next thing you know, I know how to cook.
More cheddar. Okay, I learned this off Chef John from Food Wishes. See how it's not completely toasted? Yep, that's what you want.
I'd had a couple jobs in like pubs and stuff. That's not really cooking. It's kind of like heating up nachos and deep frying chicken wings. Honestly, I learned to cook making this channel. People giving us feedback and stuff like that in the comments, and just like looking up recipes and trying to kind of trial and error figuring it out.
I've never actually had schooling or anything for that. It's just self-taught. YouTube videos, I would watch them and I'm like, that's really cool, I want to try that. So one day, me and my boyfriend went to Chuckles and we got some latex and everything, basics that you need. And then I seen this really cool zombie for The Walking Dead, and they said how if you mix latex and oatmeal, it'll make bubbling effects on your face. And I was like, no way. So I did it and I was like, this is awesome. So then I did like this full zombie face on my boyfriend, and it actually turned out really cool.
There are a lot of classes that I do skip because it's a toss-up between, you know, I'll never tell my parents kind of thing that what I'm missing, but like there are days where I'm like, you know, I could work all night and crank something out and work, you know, for 24 hours straight kind of thing, just like cranking out content, or I could just, you know, wait a little longer, go to school, manage it all. But I've noticed that every time that I do stay up all night making stuff and releasing stuff before everyone else, like really like grinding it out, that it's always worked out for me really, really well. So it's whenever I see that happening, it's really hard for me to say, yes, I'm just going to keep going to class, because I'm just like, you know, I'd rather just skip the occasional class, work all night on something, make sure to do it, because again, it's, you know, if I need to, I'll take a course again, right? It's always there for me, where this, it's one chance. I got to make sure I just kind of keep that ball rolling.
So, okay. We all know there is the strange part of YouTube.
It can get into some conspiracy theories and stuff that's pretty weird, but you just really can't take your eyes off of it anyway.
There's this one guy who like watches videos of live things and eats them, and there was one time, and to this day I cannot get the image out of my mind.
Now I was watching 10 of the weirdest hygienes of the medieval times. Yeah, so the weirdest thing that I learned is how they wash their laundry was with urine and ashes from the fireplace.
But he put 9 mice, really cute mice with their small pink tails, and then he put it in a blender and he just mixed them up.
Probably the strangest thing I've ever gotten into was a Vlogbrothers video that went into how giraffes have sex.
Yeah, he got them from a reptile store and then he drank it, and I'm just like, okay. And I'm like, to each their own, right?
Most of us know what the dark side of YouTube is. For those who don't, the dark side of YouTube consists of strange videos and odd facts that belong on late night television. However, for YouTubers, this dark side can consist of risks to their income and their egos.
There are some small months that just don't pay off very well, and it's entirely view-based, right? So it's hard to, it's not safe. It's not very safe at all, right? If you have a really bad month, it's like, you know, what did I do wrong? Well, you know, you're analyzing everything, you're looking at all the stats going like, did I not upload enough? Do people not like what I'm doing anymore? Because, you know, who knows that there's gonna be a day that it'll just all drop off.
I may do something that is going to not agree with other people. It doesn't mean that they should hate me for it. That is a big thing, is hate. Is some people will just find the smallest thing to bite on and they will rip you apart for it. The very first cut I ever did, a girl actually unfriended her because I was so upset with it. It was the first one that I ever did, and she went about it so mean. She's just like, it looks like a specific body part.
Someone got really upset that we called tomato sauce a marinara, because a marinara is supposed to have like anchovy paste or some sort of fish element to it, the marine, hence that. Someone got really butthurt about that.
The dark side of YouTube consists of the strange things we can see and the commentary our YouTubers face. It is not unheard of for blossoming YouTubers or veteran ones to quit making content because of the pressure this dark side creates.
Verified exactly what I was talking about, but I got so many comments that YouTube actually filtered out because they were all rude and had, you know, swear words in them, so I'm gonna read them to you guys.
One of the most notable YouTubers to ever walk away from his channel, =3, was Ray William Johnson, who went to pursue other mediums and goals. He found success in his channel and no longer felt a creative desire to continue working on it.
I'm an actor, and this is =3. It's a show I started 5 years ago from my college dorm room. And this is my last episode.
However, our particular YouTubers continue to persevere and make the unique content they want to make. Whatever other changes, for good or for worse, YouTube has brought, it has created a platform for users to make the ideas in their head possible for the world to see.
Like, I wanted to stop doing it a long time ago, and then this whole Reddit thing and people getting involved kind of pulled us back. I guess the real answer is to one day maybe just have a real show, have it turn into a real show, because that'd be really cool.
I still always want to do YouTube. I'll probably always do YouTube, but I'm just hoping it'll help me go other places. I would like it to open a lot of doors for me. I do want to stay in beauty for it, so I do want to start doing beauty for like weddings and stuff like that, but first you have to go to school for it. So I'm hoping that at some point this can pay for school.
Absolutely do not want to stop. I always tell people that everybody hates working real jobs, but I legitimately believe that I hate working a real job more than the average person. And, you know, wherever this ends up, whether it be, again, some job that doesn't even exist yet, I don't know, right? I don't know, because I made all these contacts in all these places, and, you know, buddies at Microsoft and game companies and stuff, and if this, you know, it could stop, but it's not really gonna stop. It's gonna transition into some kind of other media job, right? Like, this is only really a giant resume for something crazy in my future, whether or not it's still producing content like this, or producing content like this for a company, or, you know, managing some company, or, you know, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on, but there's no way in hell I want to stop anything like this, no.